students, welcome to our English class. In the previous class we have started our unit 1 and the first lesson is the Tattered Blanket and it was written by Kamala Das in Malayalam. Later it was translated into English by K.M. Sherif. We already learnt about the meaning of the tattered blanket. The tattered blanket means a torn bed sheet. But the lesson is not literally about the torn bed sheet. So in this lesson, Kamala Das tried to explain how the values, family values are diminishing or how the values, family values are declining, reducing. So now let us continue our lesson. So in the previous session we have also discussed the main characters Amma, Kamala and Gopi. Amma, she is an old woman, she is of 83 years old. Kamala, she is the eldest daughter, she is a widow. Gopi, she is the son of Amma and he is well educated and settled down in Delhi. And he got married to Vimala and they had 2 kids. Okay, now I will read the text and I will explain it to you. While I am reading, you also follow the text. When he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car and got down at the gate, his mother, who is lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. So when he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car, so we already discussed that Gopi came to Thiruvananthapuram and after completing his work there, he wanted to go to his village. So he arrived there. So here he refers to Gopi. When he arrived unexpectedly means without expectation. Unexpectedly means without expectation, because nobody can guess that he would come because he is not coming all these days. So when he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside means it's a village, in his office car. So he came in his office car to his village and got down at the gate. His mother, whose mother? Gopi's mother, who was lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. Who was lying in an armchair on the veranda? Where she was lying? She was lying on the veranda in an armchair. She sat in an armchair. Made a futile attempt to get up. Made a futile attempt. Futile means unsuccessful. Futile means unsuccessful. So actually, when he arrived at the gate, his mother, Amma, she was lying in an armchair in the veranda. Usually in villages, they used to sit in verandas. So she sat in an armchair. So when she heard the car sound in front of her house, she wanted to get up from the armchair. But as she was an old woman, she was unable to get up. She tried to get up from the armchair, but she couldn't get up. She tried, but it is unsuccessful attempt. So futile means unsuccessful. She made a futile attempt to get up. Kamala, there is somebody at the gate, she said. Somebody is in a car. So as she was not able to get up from the armchair, she called her daughter Kamala and asked her to see who was in the car. Kamala, her eldest daughter, a widow, who was sitting huddled up on the thinna on the veranda, her head and ears covered with a thin bath towel, got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness. Kamala, her eldest daughter, a widow. We already know that Kamala is the eldest daughter of Amma and she was a widow. Who was sitting huddled up? Huddled up means huddled up means held, arms and legs close. Because of fear or cold. Huddled up means held arms and legs close because of fear or cold. Shiva, who was sitting huddled up on the thinna. Where she sat? On the thinna. Thinna means it is an elevated place. An elevated place on the veranda. Huddled up means held arms and legs close because of fear or cold. That means ముడుచుకొని కూర్చోవడం అన్నమాట. అన్ని కాళ్ళు చేతులు దగ్గర పెట్టుకొని భయంతో కానీ కోల్డ్ చేత కానీ దగ్గరగా ముడుచుకొని కూర్చోవడం. తిన్నా an elevated place on the veranda. Usually you can see this తిన్నా అరుగు. విలేజెస్ లో యూజువల్ గా మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం కదా, రోడ్డు మీద ఇంటి ముందు వరండా మీద అరుగులు ఉంటాయి కదా, అక్కడ కూర్చుంది అనమాట. సో Kamala, her eldest daughter, a widow, who was sitting huddled up on the thinna on the veranda, her head and ears covered with a thin bath towel. So she covered her head and ears with a thin bath towel, got up reluctantly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. Actually she is not willing to get up. Reluctantly means unwillingly. Walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness. So it was a night time. So in the darkness she was unable to see that person clearly. So in order to see him clearly, she screwed her eyes. Screwing up means narrowing the eyes to see more clearly. So when Amma called Kamala to see who was coming in the gate, near the gate, Kamala, where she sat, she was sitting huddled up on the thinna in the veranda, and she also covered all her head and ears with some white thin bath towel, and then she got up reluctantly. Actually she is not willing to get up, but as her mother said, she happens to get up. Walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness. So in the darkness she was unable to recognize that person who was coming. So that's why she narrowed her eyes to see that person more clearly. Now she saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man walking in through the gate. So she saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man walking through the gate. So whenever she goes near to the gate, she saw a man, and that man was looking as a bald, fat, middle-aged man. Middle-aged man. Who was that man? He was a bald-headed man. Bald-headed means one who has not much hair on their heads are called bald-headed persons. So he has not much hair on his head, and he is a very fat person, and he is a middle-aged man. See all these words: bald, fat, middle-aged man. As I already said, all these three words are describing this man. All these three are the qualities of this person. So all these are adjectives. So see, she saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man coming into their house. "Oh, Gopi," she said in her grating voice, "why this sudden, unexpected visit?" So immediately when she saw that person, she recognized him that he was her brother Gopi. But she said she calls him Gopi, but it is not. But her voice was in a grating voice. Grating voice in the sense it's very unpleasant voice, because since all these days he forgot them and suddenly he came right now. So that's why she might be little angry upon him. That's why her voice was not pleasant when he looked at his brother. And he also asked him why this sudden unexpected visit. Kamala, who is it? Her mother asked loudly from the veranda. So her mother, Amma, she was asking from her armchair that who was coming there. Gopi, the man said, there was a meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. I just dropped in on my way back. So then when Amma asked about that person, Gopi replied himself and introduced himself as he was Gopi, and he also says the reason for his coming. So he says that he came to Thiruvananthapuram for his office purpose, and after completing that office work, while returning to his home, he wanted to see this mother and sister. So that's why on his way back he came there. So all this information he is giving to the mother. Who, Kamala? Who is it? There was note of alarm in Amma's voice. Though that Gopi informed that he was coming, she was unable to recognize him. Then again she was asking that who was that? Who was that person? And this time there was some note of alarm. Note of alarm means there was some uncountable fear in her voice. There might be some other person might have come to their house. So there was some little bit fear in her mind, in her voice. Amma, why are you so scared? Kamala, Gopi's eldest sister, asked her a little awkwardly, as if you are seeing Gopi for the first time. So this time Kamala answered Amma that she was little bit awkward in the sense not comfortable. So Amma, as she felt some little bit scare in her voice, little bit fear in her voice, Kamala shouts at her. She was anger upon her that why are you so scared, as if you are seeing Gopi for the first time. Amma, it's me, Gopi, he said again. So then again Gopi replied her that he was Gopi. He bent down and brought his face close to her wrinkled cheeks. Amma, it's me. So Gopi went to his mother because she was unable to get up. She was in the armchair. He goes to his mother and bent down, and he goes close to her face and says that he was Gopi. Gopi, Kamala, I can't believe it. Has his school closed for vacation? Then Amma replied that then he heard that Gopi has come, and she was unable to believe that Gopi has come, and she says to Kamala that I can't believe it. She couldn't believe that Gopi has come, and that too she felt that has his school closed for vacation, and that too she felt that he was a small kid, and for vacation, after completing his school, he came to his home, her home, for vacation. So that means she recognized her son Gopi, but he was a small kid. So let us stop this lesson for today. Let us continue tomorrow in the next class. Thank you.